In this next section, we'll talk about authorship in scientific publications. So what does authorship have to do with ethical scientific communication? An integral part of ethical communication is truthfully sharing who the source of information is. In the context of scientific communication, this means practicing appropriate authorship attribution. Attributing authorship also allows us to disclose any conflicts of interest. In this section, we'll cover what the responsibilities of an author are, what some guidelines are for author acknowledgement, and some best practices to ensure appropriate attribution of work. So, what are the responsibilities of an author? In general, authors should participate in the three following activities. First, in the planning or contribution to some component of the work which leads to the paper or interpretation, at least of some portion of the results. Second, in writing a draft of the article or revising it for intellectual content. And finally, giving final approval of the version to be published. All authors should review and approve the manuscript before it is submitted for publication, at least as it is pertained to their roles in the project. On the next few slides, you'll be given several examples of roles or activities a scientist could perform in a project. And you'll consider if that individual should be considered for authorship. For each activity or role, a yes or no answer is presented, but not as a binary, but rather a gradient to represent the possible ranges of authorship attribution. It's important to note that attributing authorship really comes down to a case-by-case basis.